Welcome to This Week in Auburn Sports. I'm Plainsman Sports editor Justin Ferguson. That's Plainsman Sports reporter Kyle Van Fagman making his screen debut this week. A lot of stuff going on this week on campus with Auburn Sports, and leading off with football. Tigers 2 full weeks of spring practice, just had their first spring scrimmage, and big talk about the defensive line. They're replacing D Ford this year, who's probably going to be a first-round pick in the NFL draft next month, and Tigers got a little bit of injuries, but they have guys like Elijah Daniel, Carl Lawson, Montrevious Adams, and Auburn's kind of experimenting with some different sets this year. What do you think this defensive line has to improve this spring heading into this fall?
They've said that Gabe Wright he's been playing there a little bit, and he's shown a lot of improvement. He's actually lost a lot of weight. He's looking in good shape. And Carl Lawson is looking to have a breakout year, even though freshman year he played really well, but he wants to improve on that. And basically, most of their team is coming back, so it's looking good for the defense.
Yeah. Jeff Whitaker should be back after missing all of last year. He was medically redshirted, so that's a senior presence on that line. And you got several young guys, older guys, just veterans mixing it up. The big thing from last week that caught some people by surprise is when Montrevious Adams and, like you said, Gabe Wright played at defensive end. Gabe Wright called it the Rhino package. They're going to run 4 defensive tackles up front. That's going to be hard for any offensive line to take down this season. So we'll keep an eye on that. Another big story out of this week's spring practice was the movement from offense to defense. Rudy Ford, everybody thought he was going to go back to running back. He's actually at safety now. Trevon Reed went from wide receiver to cornerback after a disappointing first few years at Auburn on offense. But both of those guys have really settled in well. They're going to be competing for playing time. What do you think Trevon Reed brings to this secondary that he didn't really get on offense?
Yeah, like you said with Trevon Reed, he was a very highly recruited player coming out of high school, and he just never really panned out as wide receiver. But from what it seems so far, Malzahn and the staff has said that he's been adjusting really well, been using his speed well, and it looks like he could end up winning a starting spot there.
Yeah, and he's going to be trying to win the field cornerback position. Jonathan Mincy, who played there last year, is moving to boundary corner, taking over for Chris Davis, the Iron Bowl hero, who is also trying to get into the NFL draft. So we got football going on this week. They'll have another 2 or 3 more days of practice coming up. Baseball, Auburn baseball was on a roll for a while, and now they kind of hit a dark spot this past weekend series against Missouri. What happened to the Tigers?
Well, like you said, they're on a roll. They were winning 12 out of 14. They were ranked for the first time in a few years, and they won their first 2 SEC series. They come in, play against Missouri, against a sellout crowd in ESPNU, and Missouri was last place, and they go and lose the first 2 games in pretty ugly fashion with errors and all that. And they fought back in the 3rd game and ended up winning against their ace, which showed a lot about them. But then they go last night and lose against another in-state smaller conference opponent, 8-1 to Samford. So this weekend is huge for them as they go to Ole Miss. And Coach Galloway was saying that in order for them to win at Ole Miss, they need to find a bullpen pitcher. And with games like yesterday where they pitched 4 bullpen pitchers, none of them really did that well. And he can't use guys like Jay Wade and Diedrich in the midweek. He needs them for this weekend. So he's confident that they can improve, and he hopes they do improve in order to reach their goal. But those midweek games could end up hurting them when it comes to NCAA tournament pickings.
The baseball team goes through some stretches on offense where they just can't hit, it seems. But then they get it back. But I think the really big problem with them has been defense. Just errors. I mean, how many errors did they have last night? It was
last night they had 3 in 1 inning and then 4 total. Yeah. So that ended up hurting them. Actually, their starting pitcher, Trey Wingeter, it was 3-1. They were all unearned runs, but he was taken out. And he pitched a good game, but you couldn't really tell by the scoreboard because of the errors that ended up hurting him.
And Auburn heading to Ole Miss, like we said, this weekend, another ranked team in the SEC, and trying to turn it around because they showed such promise after that slow start, but they bounced back, and now it looks like they're heading back downhill again. So we'll keep an eye out on that this week. We'll have coverage from all the games in Oxford, so check out ThePlainsman.com for that. This week's issue of the Auburn Plainsman, we got a lot of great stuff for you. We got a one-on-one with Bruce Pearl, the new men's basketball coach at Auburn, talking to him about the future of the program and what he's looking for out of students. He wants a lot of student involvement with his new program at Auburn. Gymnastics is going to be on the road this weekend. NCAA regionals in Baton Rouge. They've been there before and they've performed there well. Best road record in school history was the last time they went down to face LSU. They'll face a few teams down there trying to get a spot in nationals in Birmingham. And then softball team continues to impress. They're rising up the rankings, about to hit a stretch, kind of like the baseball team where they play some really tough teams on the road. That's all we have this week. Be sure to check out this week's edition of the Auburn Plainsman. Follow us on Twitter at the AU Plainsman. Go to ThePlainsman.com for all the weekend events, and we'll see you next week.